Hi everybody, welcome to week 1 of Lent. We're beginning our study of the 10 Commandments, looking at the first commandment. Now as we begin this study, it's kind of interesting that we're beginning this week looking at law. We love to talk about grace a lot. Now there's a lot of love and grace involved in the 10 Commandments. First of all, Jesus came to fulfill the law because we couldn't. That's grace in itself. Secondly, the law deals with love. It's about love of God and about love of neighbor. So we're going to examine the law, and then we'll take a look at the first commandment.
Our lives are governed by laws and rules. Think about the thousands upon thousands of cars that pass through this intersection every day, stopping on a red light, going on a green, each of them having an up-to-date registration, each of them having a current license plate. It's important that they follow the rules and stay in their lane. Otherwise, accidents and other unfortunate things can happen. You can also think of the law like this fence on a playground. It acts as a guide. The children playing on this playground, they know where the limits are. They can go up to the edge of the fence, they can walk along the edge, but remove this fence. Remove this barrier from the outside world and from passing cars in the parking lot, and the children don't know what to do. Many times they'll just huddle right in the center of the field rather than exploring all of the possibilities that they can in this playground. And that's how the law acts for us. It allows us to fully explore the possibilities of what living a godly life is like. We encounter rules and laws everywhere in life. They provide order, they provide protection, they also provide a warning to let us know if we possibly step over the line, there will be consequences. Think of all the signs we have posted around the Calvary property, letting people know what our expectations are for them. Here's a sign that says, "No pets." Obviously, we're expecting that they're not going to bring their pets onto our field and have us have to clean up their doo-doo. Here's another sign that kind of gets made fun of, but it is a warning that children can be playing here. Another sign that shows an expectation that this property would only be used for people who have business here, and not that our parking lot would be used as a shortcut. This is an important sign. If we ignore this one, we could cause an accident or worse, even kill somebody. Here's another sign asking dog owners to keep their dogs on a leash and warning them that if they break this rule, that we're going to call the Federal Way Police. We even have rules for our sack lunch guests, asking them to, after they finish, to put their trash where it needs to belong and not to loiter. We even have signs on the inside of the door to the sanctuary, asking people to turn off their cell phones and asking them not to bring food or beverages into the sanctuary. With all of these signs and rules posted everywhere, is it a wonder that people might think that we are people of the law instead of people of grace? Well, the answer is that we are a little bit of both. But the law is not what saves us. It's the cross. And it's the sacrifice that Christ makes on that cross that saves us. Jesus fulfills the law because there's no way that we could, with our own power or our own ingenuity, ever be able to do it. When we're baptized, the old us drowns, and a new us is born, is raised alongside the risen Christ. But that doesn't mean that we don't fight with the old us every day. As far as the law is concerned, the old us loves to play tricks on us.
When you think about the old me versus the new me, it's kind of like that alternate Star Trek universe where the good guys are clean-shaven and the bad guys all have goatees.
You've got to follow all of the rules! Don't you understand? The 10 Commandments are the way to salvation! I don't think you quite grasp what Christ has done for us. Every day you try to tell me that I need to do something better or be something better. It's not working. I've been saved through Jesus. Don't you understand? We're all lost! We're all lost! Come on!
So as we understand the law and we understand who we are, we now take a look at the first commandment. Moses came down the mountain and said, "The Lord your God has spoken. You shall have no other God." Think about this. It's not really a prohibition. It's more of an action on God's part. God is choosing us. God says, "I want to be your God, your one and only."
I choose you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, everybody. I choose everybody.
The old us would have a struggle with this commandment, having us choose. But the choice isn't ours, it's God's choice. God chooses us. We're not the ones doing the action. It's God who is doing the acting. He wants to be in relationship with us. He loves us so much that he sends his only Son to die on the cross and to rise again on Easter morning so that we can be in true relationship with him. This really demonstrates how God wants to be our one and only. Well, a couple of things I want you to think about this week. First of all, how do you struggle with this commandment? What kind of things happen that pull you away from God or distract you from relationship with him? And how does the old you make you feel about that? Secondly, knowing that we are freed through the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ and by the grace of God, how do you view this commandment? Finally, I want you to write a prayer, and I want you to pray it. All right, we'll see you next week. Thanks.
I dare you to let me be your one and only. Promise I'm worthy to